Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's close to every parent's heart, feeding our little ones. It's messy, it's fun, and it's a whole new world of flavors and textures for them to discover. So, if you're ready to learn about the top foods to avoid giving babies and young children, you're in the right place. We'll walk through each one, explain why it's best to steer clear, and even share some healthy and delicious alternatives. Let's get started. Alright, first up on our list is honey. Honey can sometimes contain spores of a bacteria called Clostridium botulinum. These spores can produce a toxin in a baby's gut that causes infant botulism, a serious illness affecting the nervous system. The reason honey is particularly risky for babies is that their digestive systems are still developing and aren't as good at fighting off these spores as older children and adults. Once your little one celebrates their first birthday, honey is generally safe to introduce into their diet, but before then, it's best to avoid it completely, even in small amounts. That means no honey in their oatmeal, no honey-sweetened yogurt, and definitely no honey straight from the spoon. There are plenty of other natural sweeteners you can use in the meantime, like mashed banana, applesauce, or even a touch of maple syrup. In moderation, of course. Next up, let's talk about cow's milk and some dairy products, and why they might not be the best choice for your little one. Whole cow's milk is actually quite difficult for babies' little tummies to digest. Their immature digestive systems struggle with the complex proteins and fats found in cow's milk. Their digestive systems are still developing, and they just don't have the enzymes needed to break down the proteins and fats in cow's milk as easily as older children and adults. This lack of necessary enzymes can make digestion a real challenge for infants. This can lead to digestive upset, like gas, bloating, and even diarrhea. These symptoms can be quite uncomfortable for your baby and can disrupt their overall well-being. Another reason to hold off on cow's milk is that it doesn't contain the right balance of nutrients that babies need during their first year of life. Essential nutrients like iron, vitamin E, and essential fatty acids are not present in sufficient amounts in cow's milk. Breast milk and formula are specifically designed to provide all the essential vitamins, minerals, and antibodies that support healthy growth and development. These tailored nutrition sources ensure that your baby gets everything they need to thrive. The good news is that small amounts of full-fat plain yogurt and cheese can be introduced after 6 months of age. These dairy products are processed differently and are easier on your baby's digestive system. These dairy products are easier to digest than cow's milk and can be a good source of calcium and protein. They also offer a way to introduce new textures and flavors to your baby's diet. But remember, moderation is key. Start with small amounts and watch for any signs of digestive issues. Always keep an eye on how your baby reacts to new foods and consult with your pediatrician if you have any concerns. Let's move on to a topic that's definitely top of mind for parents: choking hazards. This is a crucial aspect of baby care that requires constant vigilance and awareness. Babies are still learning how to chew and swallow effectively, so foods that are small, round, or hard can easily become lodged in their airway and cause choking. Their tiny throats and developing skills make them particularly vulnerable to these dangers. So, what are some of the biggest culprits when it comes to choking hazards? Well, whole grapes are a big one. These seemingly harmless fruits can pose a significant risk if not prepared properly. Always cut these foods into small, manageable pieces before offering them to your baby. This simple step can drastically reduce the risk of choking and make mealtime safer. Other common choking hazards include whole nuts, popcorn, raw carrots, and even chunks of raw apple. These foods are often overlooked but can be very dangerous if not handled correctly. Cutting food into small pieces, especially in those early months of starting solids, can make all the difference. It's a simple yet effective way to ensure your baby can eat safely. And remember, supervision is key. Always stay with your baby while they're eating and encourage them to sit down while they're enjoying their meal or snack. This not only helps prevent choking, but also teaches good eating habits. It's also a good idea to avoid distractions during mealtimes, like TV or toys, so your little one can focus on chewing and swallowing safely. A calm and focused environment can make a big difference in preventing accidents. With a little awareness and precaution, we can create a safe and enjoyable eating experience for our little ones. By being mindful of potential hazards and taking proactive steps, we can ensure that mealtime is a positive and safe experience for everyone involved. Now let's talk about two ingredients that often fly under the radar when it comes to baby food: salt and sugar. Processed foods, in particular, are often loaded with hidden sodium and added sugars. Babies' kidneys are still developing and aren't as efficient at processing sodium as adults. Too much salt can put a strain on their kidneys and may even increase their risk of high blood pressure later in life. Sugar provides empty calories, meaning it offers no nutritional value, and it can contribute to tooth decay, obesity, and other health problems down the road. Babies' taste buds are still developing, and they don't need the added sweetness. The good news is that babies get all the sodium they need from natural sources like fruits, vegetables, and breast milk or formula. As for sugar, focus on offering naturally sweet foods like fruits and avoid adding sugar to their food or drinks. All right, let's talk about those tempting treats that we all have a soft spot for: processed and junk foods. These are the snacks that call out to us from the grocery store aisles, promising convenience and instant gratification. Processed and junk foods are often loaded with unhealthy fats, added sugars, sodium, and artificial ingredients that offer little to no nutritional value. They might taste good, but they don't do much for our bodies, especially for our little ones who need the best nutrition to grow and thrive. Think of it this way: would you rather fuel your baby's body with a bag of chips that's been processed and packaged, or a colorful plate of fruits and vegetables that are bursting with vitamins and minerals? The choice seems obvious when you consider the long-term benefits of wholesome, natural foods. Now, I'm not saying you have to be perfect. Parenting is tough, and we all have those moments when we need to take shortcuts. We all have those days when a quick snack bar or a few crackers is the best we can do. And that's okay. It's about balance and doing the best we can with the time and resources we have. But by making whole, unprocessed foods the foundation of your baby's diet, you're setting them up for a lifetime of healthy eating habits. These habits can help prevent chronic diseases and promote overall well-being as they grow. Plus, think of all the fun you can have in the kitchen together. Cooking can be a wonderful bonding experience and a way to introduce your child to a variety of flavors and textures. Getting your little ones involved in meal prep is a great way to teach them about different foods and make healthy eating a family affair. It can also instill a sense of curiosity and appreciation for the food they eat, making mealtime a joyful and educational experience. All right, let's talk about something that might seem like a no-brainer, but it's worth mentioning: caffeinated drinks and sodas. Caffeine can interfere with their sleep, make them jittery and irritable, and even affect their growth and development. And let's be honest, those little bundles of energy already have enough energy without the added boost from caffeine. Caffeine can hide in surprising places, like chocolate, some teas, and even certain medications. As for sodas, well, those are best left on the shelf altogether. Not only are they loaded with sugar and empty calories, but they can also contribute to tooth decay, weight gain, and other health problems. So what can you offer your little one to drink instead? Water is always the best choice. It's essential for hydration and helps flush out toxins. You can also offer breast milk or formula, of course, and diluted fruit juice in moderation after 1 year of age. Let's talk about another important topic when it comes to feeding our little ones: raw or undercooked foods. Raw or undercooked foods, especially meat, poultry, seafood, and eggs, can harbor harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli that can cause food poisoning. Babies and young children are particularly vulnerable to foodborne illnesses because their immune systems are still developing and not as equipped to fight off these nasty bugs. Food poisoning can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and abdominal cramps, and in severe cases, it can even be life-threatening. Always wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water before and after handling food. Make sure to cook meat, poultry, and seafood to the recommended internal temperature, and never serve raw or runny eggs. When it comes to fruits and vegetables, give them a good scrub under running water before preparing them, even if you plan to peel them. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about allergenic foods. Food allergies are becoming increasingly common, and it's important to be aware of the risks and take precautions, especially when introducing these foods to babies for the first time. Common allergenic foods include peanuts, tree nuts, milk, eggs, soy, wheat, fish, and shellfish. Current guidelines recommend introducing them early, typically between 4 and 6 months of age, alongside other complementary foods. Early introduction of allergenic foods has been shown to reduce the risk of developing food allergies later in life. It's crucial to introduce these foods one at a time and in small amounts. If you notice any signs of an allergic reaction, stop feeding the food immediately and contact your pediatrician or seek medical attention right away. Feeding your baby can be so much fun, but it's also important to know what's safe and what's not. Stick to age-appropriate foods and avoid honey, cow's milk, choking hazards, and sugary treats in the early months. Always trust your instincts and consult with your pediatrician if you have any questions or concerns about your baby's diet. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with other parents. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more parenting tips. Have any questions or experiences to share? Drop them in the comments. We love hearing from you.